I've been gone all summer. A lot of shit has been happening. I didn't know that I would not be able to, like, keep my Adobe license from school during the summer. That's kind of dumb, but whatever. I mean, I guess I understand, but, like, come on. So, because of that, I wasn't able to, like, edit my videos unless I wanted to use CapCut, and that shit is balls. So, yeah. Anyways, you all know why I'm here. Silksong, as of right now, Silksong announcement will be in 7 minutes. I am so excited. You know, I got my crocheted hornet here. Look at how cute she is. She's a little broken in the neck, but you know what? It's fine. You're gonna be real soon. You're gonna be real soon. How does it feel? Wow. Okay, okay. Here she is. She's gonna watch this all happen. So my predictions, well, maybe just hopes. You know, I'm really hoping for a September release because I want it to come out before ACMI. Also because that's just sooner. And also my birthday's in September, so it's like kind of like a little birthday gift, you know? This is like only Hollow Knight merch I have. Well, actually, no. Hold on. I do have this, like a little, I think it's from, yeah, Fangamer. It's like a little card they give you when you order something. But I honestly don't know where it came from because, like, one day I was just sitting here and I looked over on the floor and it was just there. I was like, I don't even know where I got this from. I'm thinking my brother might have ordered something and then he gave me what was in it because he's like not really a Hollow Knight fan and he knows how much I love Hollow Knight. Oh, bro, stay there. I also still have the drawing of the knight when I did my, like, one of my first Hollow Knight videos. 2 minutes. Okay, hold on. I have to actually get this up. Premieres in 60 seconds! Oh my god, I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna go crazy. Where should I put me? I'll put me, like, over here. Oh my god. 1 minute, dude! 1 minute! I'm gonna move the mic away and turn down the game because I'm gonna probably be screaming. I'm so fucking excited! I'm so excited. Chat is going crazy right now. There are 197,862 people waiting for this, dude. Oh my god. Do I have to reload? 2 minutes? What is this? This is so interesting. This doesn't sound like Silksong music. Though it could be. The violin is telling me otherwise, but there's a lot more. I mean, who knows? Well, we'll get the release date. I think I'm gonna hold her. I'm gonna hold her when all this is happening. Need to make sure she has a good view. I wanna look at the chat. Look at the chat. Oh my god. Everyone's going crazy. 30 seconds! 20 seconds! Oh my god! This is the last 20 seconds of not knowing the release date. This is the last 20 seconds of not knowing the release date. 6, 5, This is so cool! The map! The ants? Oh yeah, the rush segment? Whoa! That's what we saw in the demo, or in the new footage. 200! 40 legendary bosses? Oh my god, we saw the... Oh yeah, we... Restore a kingdom's hope. Whoa! Yes! Yes, the pepper! 4th? That's in like... a week and a half! This is... Oh, look at that. I don't know, like, there's like a camera, like, kind of literally... The webcam's like literally in the middle of my screen, so I'm gonna... Okay, yeah. Sorry, the camera angle is a bit weird, but it's whatever. Have we seen those guys before? I'm not sure. They're like skeeter bugs. Like, I forget what they're called, but like they go in the water. They like go... Okay, let's look at the map. Actually, let's look at this stuff too. Sting shard, a vicious stepping trap. We can build it. Just know it disturbs us. These devious implements you conceive to kill. Oh, is this guy like... He makes this not for hurting people, but like as like a tool for like mining or something? Maybe not mining. Crafting kit. With this kit you can craft a finer, sharper, deadlier tool. I want to see the next one. Is our own invention. It wards against the deadly lava and heat around these docks. The workers used to request them of us. Now they've lost the mind to care. People are... Okay, so people are losing their minds. Or maybe they have just, like, gotten used to the lava. Is that what they mean? Maybe. Okay, this map. I wonder what all these circles mean. I'm guessing that's just, like, a marker that you can put down. Okay, we have... Look at how close these benches are. That's interesting. I'm wondering... I'm guessing it's like you have to go through all this to be able to unlock something down here, and then there's like a thing that opens. Or no, it's probably you probably start here, go around, and end up here. And you like break a wall here or something. It's like acid maybe, or lava, probably lava. My bad. Pilgrim's Rest, Farfields, something ways? Hunter's March, that's interesting. I wonder if we've seen footage of that. No, not 5 seconds, yeah. Shit. Bellheart, Greymore, what's this? The Marrow, Shellwood. Bone Bottom. This is the Mossy Grotto. This is something ways? Oh, interesting. We have another word, another letter here. Is that an age? Is my quality at 1080? Yeah, it is. You guys see this? There's like a little bit of a letter here. I want to find that out. What was this? Hold on. Halfway home. That's interesting. Bellheart. Yeah, we've seen this. We saw that. Wait, hold on. That's interesting. Is this a new enemy? Wait, yeah, go back. Look at it! It's so cute! That is so adorable. Why would we kill it, dude? That's so sad. I'm not ready for these guys to piss me off. This is cool. I think this is new. Maybe not this, but this guy looks a bit new. Look at that, dude. This is so cool. I wonder what's opening. This is cool. It looks like a little floating table. I'm really excited for this area. This might be the one I'm the most excited for because it looks so different and cool and beautiful. Over 200 ferocious foes. How many enemies did Hollow Knight have? 160. So there's 4, or actually that's AI. Over 150. That is crazy. That is crazy. I want to look at the Reddit. I am so excited. It's real! 2 weeks! 2 weeks! Everyone's going crazy on Twitter. It's real! Hornet, you're literally real! You're literally real. Okay. Ah! Let's fucking go! Let's keep watching the trailer. Okay, where were we? Look at this! So many bugs look so cute in this. We were further. Yeah, we were here. This area looks really cool too. That guy looks cool. These guys look really cool. This is another one I don't think we've seen. This is a boss fight I'm truly excited for. Oh yeah, here's the thing that was like going... Look at Hornet all porched up on that thing. Wait, this is interesting too. This is exactly like learning a nail art technique. So I'm wondering if this person will teach us some things with our needle. This was so funny. This was so funny to me. I don't know if it was funny to anyone else, but it was so funny to me. What even is this? Is this like, I was thinking like a snail baby, but I don't. I'm guessing Hornet does that on her own too, because it's different than just like attack. She just slaps it with her hand, I think. I'm very, very excited to see personality in like whoever I'm playing. Like I'm not trying to diss the knight, but I'm still very excited to see like Hornet do her own thing sometimes. Okay, I'm curious as to why, you know, they have this like black void at the end. Like they easily could have done something that looks similar to like the red and the flame, or like the kind of like the burning ashes type deal, and to do like the September 4th reveal through that. But they decided to do like there's literally void. Like there's literally void circles. I might be looking too much into this. Probably am. But I mean, if we're gonna try and like determine every piece of potential void, then I'm gonna do that as well. Oh, here's the interview. They already have this out? Okay, yeah, let's read this. Okay. Oh my god. After 6 years of near total silence from the developers and enough feverish anticipation to make it the most wishlisted game on Steam, the sequel to the indie hit Hollow Knight is releasing in 2 weeks. Team Cherry, the small team behind both games, announced the news Thursday in a trailer. Why did it take so long? Often such protracted development cycles are caused by mismanagement and the result in painful burnout among the staff. But speaking to me last week on a video call from their office in Adelaide, Australia, Team Cherry co-founders Ari Gibson and William Pellin said that making Silksong has been nothing but a joyful process. I'm so glad. We've been having fun, Gibson said. This whole thing is just a vehicle for our creativity anyway. It's nice to make fun things. The lengthy production wasn't the result of development challenges or obstacles, they said. They just needed all these years to ensure that Silksong was exactly the game they wanted to make. It was never stuck or anything. It was always progressing. It's just the case that we're on a small team and games take a lot of time. There wasn't any big controversial moment behind it. I knew this. I think. I knew this. I mean, it makes sense. The Silksong saga started in 2017 when Team Cherry released Hollow Knight, an action platformer set in a vast world of cartoon bugs, which I already know this. Initially, Gibson and Pellin had planned to release an expansion pack. Hollow Knight had been massive, and their plan at the outset was to build a smaller world for Silksong to ensure that the game felt just as deep. They'd implement an elaborate quest system that would offer the player reasons to backtrack and revisit old locations. In contrast to Hollow Knight, which had a single town full of shops and characters to meet, there would also be multiple towns, each serving as a hub for quests. Even at the point we were recognizing that it was going to become another giant thing to rival the scale of Hollow Knight, or probably exceed it. And then, because of how we work, obviously the world ended up being just as big or bigger, and the quest system existed, and the multiple towns existed. Suddenly, you end up 6-7 years later. It all came down to their development style, which may have been too much fun. Gibson and Pellin, who were joined by programmer Jack Vine, composer Chris Larkin, and a few contractors who helped with programming and testing, started off by designing the core gameplay for Hornet, the game's slick protagonist. From there, it was easy to implement and test out new ideas, even as the game grew bigger. We're very fortunate that we have a development method that is so enjoyable. Not exactly sure how we stumbled into that. Everything comes together quickly. You can see results fast. Ideas turn into something that exists in the game almost immediately before your eyes, and that's very satisfying. And that allows you to go off on those tangents and meet weird characters because someone's offhandedly mentioned a weird character as an idea and the other person laughed, and that's enough. You're always working on a new idea, new item, new area, new boss, Pellin said. That stuff is so nice. It's for the sake of just completing the game that we're stopping. We could have kept going. I know you could. The downside of this methodology was that it could have lasted forever. Yeah, that's true. I remember at some point, I just had to stop sketching, Gibson said, because I went, everything I'm drawing here has to end up in the game. That's a cool idea, that's in. That's a cool idea, that's in. You realize if I don't stop drawing, this is going to take 15 years to finish. During the development of Hollow Knight, Gibson and Pellin frequently posted game updates and talked to players. At the end of 2019, Team Cherry posted one more update about Silksong, then went silent, much to fans' dismay. We felt like continued updates were just going to sour people on the whole thing, because all we could really say is, we're still working on it. They wanted to be particularly cautious about avoiding spoilers. Much of the thrill of Hollow Knight came from accidentally stumbling upon secret passageways or breaking down walls to find hidden bugs. Silksong has plenty of its own secrets that they didn't want to detail before the release. That makes sense. Plus, they thought Silksong would be out much sooner. That's also okay. Instead of popping up and bugging people for the sake of it, it felt like our actual responsibility was just to work on the game, Pellin said. Probably at the time we thought we'd go quiet for a year or two, then the game would come out. In 2020, as COVID disrupted most video game productions around the world, Adelaide was able to stave off the worst of the pandemic, going months without new cases, which allowed Gibson and Pellin to continue plugging along Silksong. Seems a little odd knowing that the rest of the world has such a dramatic and isolating period, Gibson said. Here we were going to cafes and having brunch. Silksong briefly resurfaced in 2022 during an Xbox event, which promised that all the games shown will be out within a year. Xbox doubled down on Twitter, saying the Hollow Knight sequel would be out before June 2023. At the time, they all thought it was true. We did genuinely believe that was the case, Pellin said. There was a period of 2 to 3 years when I thought it was going to come out within a year. But the game kept growing. Silksong has more elaborate bosses than Hollow Knight, more gameplay systems, and more interactivity. Gibson and Pellin wanted objects in the world to react to Hornet's various tools, which required a ton of drawing and animation work. I think we're always underestimating the amount of time and effort it'll take us to achieve things, Gibson said. It's also that problem where, because we're having fun doing it, it's not like it's taking longer, this is awful, we really need to get past this phase. This is a very enjoyable space to be in. Let's perpetuate this with some new ideas. The longer development lasted, the more pressure Gibson and Pellin felt to ensure that everything was fine-tuned as possible. They'd already spent 4 years on it, why would they rush now? The more time they spent polishing some parts, the more time they needed to apply consistently across the rest. There's a level of finish that has to be met throughout the entire game, Pellin said. All the way the systems interact, all the hidden work that pops up later on, it's multiplicative. I don't know if I said that right. As you add stuff, the process of tying it all back together just increases. Throughout development, Team Cherry remained tiny, which may have extended the production time. Which may have extended the production time, but also saved them from the slog of having to manage and delegate. We don't want to mess with the formula and then find out it's not fun. All of this is completely fair. I'm not gonna be like, Team Cherry, you little shit. I still am upset with you. I mean, this is what I thought was happening. I still would have liked, you know, I don't know, maybe a shadow of a boss every year. Just like something about the game just to keep hype up. I mean, we were keeping hype up ourselves, but just because we were going insane, if you know what I mean. I used to manage teams in past lives. I really don't want to do that ever again. Staying small also meant what the fuck is this? Eschewing. Give up. Basically, also meant giving up the production practices commonplace at many game development studios. What is Jira? Gibson said when I asked if they use the task management application. Is it software? Pelin said, adding that they'd briefly used Trello before their account was deactivated because they didn't use it enough. Perhaps the biggest reason Silksong took so long was that the Team Cherry never had to worry about that. The one thing that keeps other independent developers awake at night: money. During the production of Hollow Knight, they'd stayed lean, sometimes living off of leftover triangle sandwiches that their office neighbor would bring them after the meetings. My dad would sometimes pop up and give me $20, Gibson said. I'd be like, oh, I'm having coffee today. Thanks to their first game's massive financial success, Gibson and Pelin no longer have to scrounge leftovers. For Pelin, who has 2 kids and a third on the way, that's provided an inestimable peace of mind. For Gibson, who said he spends most of his time at the office, it hasn't changed much. I live in a very basic 2-bedroom apartment, he said. Sometimes I think, you know what would be better? And you know what would be better is a 1-bedroom apartment, but because then there's even less to maintain. The game has continued to generate revenue by reaching new players, perhaps in a large part due to Silksong buzz. When the studio announced Silksong in February 2019, Hollow Knight had sold 2.8 million copies. The game has sold another 12 million copies since then, allowing Team Cherry to keep working on the sequel indefinitely without having to worry about running out of funds. We're very lucky in that regard. I don't ever really think about it that much. Maybe that's the privilege of it. As the years went on, the hype kept building. A Reddit forum dedicated to the game filled up with nonsensical blabber and made-up tweets, which users called silk posts, a variation on the expletive. Meanwhile, chat sections for video game live streams and Nintendo Direct events were plagued with the same feral messages repeated over and over as Silksong went. Gibson and Pelin tuned it all out, rarely going online. They say they never read comments on YouTube or Reddit, although occasionally friends or family would send them some of the funniest ones. It's nice that people are passionate about the game and that they've obviously formed their own strange or very exciting communities around it. Feels like we're going to ruin their fun by releasing the game. Yeah, a lot of people are like, is it actually over? It's gonna be over soon. Once in a while, people would show up at the Team Cherry office, sometimes with their children, perhaps hoping for a Willy Wonka-type experience. Inevitably, they were disappointed by what they found instead. It's a grubby room with cardboard boxes, Gibson said. Their walls remain the same dull avocado color that they were when Team Cherry moved in more than a decade ago. They never even put up art. They've been too busy making the game. In early 2025, Gibson and Pelin began to see the finish line and started making plans to release the game in fall. Players desperate for information devoured every scrap of news, like the announcement that it would be playable at the museum in September, hoping this might finally be the year. Both Nintendo and Microsoft said during live events this year that Silksong was planned for 2025, but fans were cautious. They'd been down this road before. Meanwhile, Team Cherry kept working. The shape of the game has been finalized for a while, Pelin said. The last year or two has been all about details, adding small encounters, polishing everything, and tying it all together. That's interesting. I mean, I figured since 2 years ago, the Xbox, it was supposed to be released, so I figured they were done with the main stuff and were just polishing it for the past 2 years. and they're still working to finalize things into the last possible minute. As we spoke with Silksong a little more than 3 weeks out, I spotted programmer Jack Vine in the background tweaking code for one of the game's console ports. Gibbs and Pellon say they are happy that the game is finally coming out, and even happier that they will get to keep working on it, which they still find enjoyable even after 7 years. They haven't burned out or shown any desire to take a break. Instead, they're already making big plans to add extra content to Silksong in the months and years to come. This is so exciting! I'm so happy that this is the healthiest devs I've seen. And honestly, it's probably because they aren't online. Like, I hate to say it, but we are the problem. We are the problem. The internet is the problem. Launching it is obviously quite exciting. What comes after for us is equally exciting. The most interesting thing is what we can add to it next, Gibson said. We got a plan. Admittedly, some of the plans for that stuff are kind of ambitious as well, but hopefully we can achieve some of it. Stay tuned for 2032 to see how that turns out. I'm so excited! I'm so excited! I'm so excited. I'm gonna play the shit out of this game. Oh, the only thing that makes me so sad is I really wish that they released it during summer, because now I'm at college and now I'm not going to be able to just play it for 5 days straight. I have responsibilities now. Anyways. So yeah, I really like this. I really like this article. It's peak. And I'm so happy that they're healthy, that they're not like going insane, and they never had any struggles with the development besides just like wanting to add more and more and more and more. So they were kind of in dev hell, being like just wanting to add more and more, but like I don't think there's, I mean, the only like wrong thing about that is I feel like if you were to do that and you kept promising events or release date and it just kept getting delayed, I feel like that's more something. But Team Cherry really only promised one time something that didn't really come to fruition, which was the Xbox thing. I mean, they always said coming soon, but I think that's just because, you know, I don't know. So yeah, this is so exciting. I'm so excited. I'm like sweating. I'm so excited for this game. I'm so excited, guys. I can't wait. Final thoughts? I don't even know, man. I'm so excited. So fucking excited. Everything happened so fast. Like, one day, you're just like, oh, I don't know, maybe a July release, maybe. And then the demo opening night live thing was like, you can play Silksong, and then the demo, and then the new footage, and then it happened so fast. I'm gonna have so many hours in this game. I can't wait, guys. I literally can't wait. I'm so excited. Alright, so that's my final thoughts. I'm so excited and I can't wait. I don't know what to say. I'm so glad they're not going insane or had any problems with development. I'm so happy. I'm so glad that they're having fun. I mean, that's all that really matters, is that the devs are doing good and they're having fun making the game. Hey! That is not nice. That's Hornet. You're not allowed to do that. Bro, my cat is evil today. Hi. Hi, baby. Alright, what do we say? What do we say to our subscribers? She's refusing. Look up here. Man, whatever. We say to our subscribers, thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Please like. All that fun stuff. And we will see you maybe eventually. Maybe eventually. I wish I could be more consistent, but my life is so fucking busy, I can't even. I'm making a game, by the way. A visual novel. It's a fan game. Madness Archives fan game. So if you want to have updates on that and if you're interested, go to my TikTok. I have some more information about it. And I'm also looking for artists to apply to help me work on it. It's not going to be a paid position because the game has to be free because, you know, licensing issues. So, and you also have to be 18 or older. So, yeah. Thank you guys for being here, for the people who are watching this. And I'll see you guys maybe soon. Who knows? Like, subscribe, all that stuff. Liking really helps. So if you like this video, please like it. Alright, bye!